Hey everyone, Alex here. Today we're going to be talking about our first activity or exercise in our spinal health series. The exercise I've chosen for our first one is something that allows us to, one, pay attention to the different regions of the spine, so starting to get the brain-body relationship back online with respect to how different segments move in relation to one another, as well as start to improve the mobility between those segments. So it's something that we can do in sitting, so at your desk or taking a break from work, a few times throughout the day, can just start to get the ball rolling. So what we're going to do is begin by placing hands on hips, knees about hip width apart so that we have the opportunity to move a little bit. Sometimes I do recommend for people with tighter hamstrings or tighter glutes that the sitting surface that you're on is a little higher than your hips. It just might improve the mobility of the pelvis a bit. But again, hands on hips and beginning by thinking about rolling the tailbone underneath you. As you do that, you'll notice that the low back starts to flex around a little bit. The mid back will start to flex around, and that eventually your head is going to start to flex and round down so that my back is in a little bit of a C position. Okay, this is called flexion. From here, we're going to then take the tailbone the other way, rolling rolling into extension, arching the low back, creating an arch in the mid back as well, and then feeling that extension roll all the way up between the shoulder blades to the base of the neck, and then allowing it to continue into the neck and head so that I ultimately look up a little bit and completing that arc of extension into my neck and head. Okay. Once I'm in extension, I can then create the curve going the other way where the chin starts to roll down, starting flexion up there. My gaze turns down, my neck starts to flex, my mid back starts to round, my low back starts to round, and then my tailbone is going to tuck again underneath me. So I'm back in that flexed position. Okay. So from the side, again, hands on hips, starting in relative neutral, beginning either with the head or with the pelvis, up to you, whatever feels more natural. But here I'm going to start by rolling my tailbone underneath me, feeling that sense of flexion or rounding through the lower part of my spine, feeling my mid back start to round, and then my neck and head creating that C curve. From there, beginning with the pelvis, rolling the tailbone in the other direction so everything's rolling forward. My low back starts to arch, and I'm feeling that rise of extension move through my back, through my spine, all the way up into my neck and head until it finishes with my gaze just looking up a little bit. So moving slow will allow you to feel kind of where some stuck points might be, where maybe some areas of discoordination might arise or might occur, and allowing you to start to rebuild a relationship with each part of your spine. Okay, so moving slowly um, can also just allow for the any sense of uncertainty or fear for people who have had some episodes of low back pain. You can start to just gradually move through what feels right for you. The last thing I'll say is that the pacing of the exercise, yes, it's supposed to be slow, but also can be dictated by the breath. Um, what I mean by that is you can just feel what feels more natural in terms of does it feel more natural to breathe in as I arch up and out as I round down, or reverse? Does it feel natural to breathe out as I round down and in, or in as I roll up? Whatever the opposite of that would be. Just have fun with it. Move slowly. Pay attention to the body, what feels right, what feels like good movement, and we can begin starting to talk about our spinal health.